everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. So, this video is about a unique, well, it may not be so unique. I don't know if I've ever really heard of doing it this way anyway, but a way to prep for a year's worth of food, or a month's worth of food, any length of time, amount of food you can use this system with. I'd love to give credit where credit's due, but I don't remember who made the comment. One of my subscribers, I think it was a subscriber, pretty sure they're subscribed, made a comment on my videos about a method used to get, they were talking about a year of food storage. And this is pick out like 7 meals that you really like and that you could prepare via long-term food storage. And then, because there's 52 weeks in a year, right? So wait for sales. And like, say you like spaghetti, so you wait for a sale for like a buy one get one free or 50% off or something like that, big sale on like pasta, and buy 52 of them, 52 of whatever quantity you need for your situation, yourself, your family, however many people you need to feed. Then wait for, keep an eye out for the same kind of sale on like pasta sauce and get 52 of them. Or if you're looking for a month, there's 4 weeks in a month, so figure 4 quantities of 4. Start off there. Why not? Start off there, so 4, so you can get a month's worth of food. If you're starting off, if you're looking for whatever period of time, adjust the numbers for whatever period of time works for you and what you're looking for. We're all different. We're all in different situations. I talk about that a lot. But I've never really approached it this way. But I thought it was kind of a cool idea. And you could do groups of 4 and then alternating months. Say you have, 21 meals that you can come up with. That's even better because then you got variety. So then you're on a 3-month cycle. So basically you get 4 times 4. So basically you get 12 servings of each meal. So then with the 21 different meals, it would equate out to a year's worth of food. A very unique way to do it. So basically, how do you start this? First off, if you like the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button, ring the notification bell, and comment below. I love you guys. We're growing, we're doing well, but please subscribe. On with the topic. First off, what you need to do is you need to sit down and you need to write out, come up with your meals. However many, if you want to do a 7 meal rotation, if you want to do a 14 meal rotation, 21, 28, whatever it is, rotation, however many meals you can come up with. And if you can only come up with 4 in the beginning, then just start there. You can always add to it. You can always modify it. It's not that hard to do. So then what do? You go, okay, you write out, you decide the meals. Then you decide what you need for those meals. You write it out, like say spaghetti. Okay, so you figure out pasta sauce. Okay, how many people am I feeding? How much pasta do I need per meal? And don't go on serving sizes on pasta. You all know that hardly anybody eats a serving at a mealtime. We're Americans. We eat a lot more than a quote-unquote serving. Is that good for most people? Probably not. But figure in the extra calories, whatever calories you're looking for your situation. Whether it's 2,000 calories a day, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever. Figure that out. And also, this is talking about 1 meal a day. If you're looking for 7 meal plans, this is like dinner. And then the other meals, you have to come up with 3 or 4, whatever, however number of meals per day to get a full, like all day long eating plan for a year. So obviously this is much more complicated than just 7 meals, but you can just start simple. Write it all down. Okay, write out what you need. Figure, okay, for you need pasta. You need water to cook the pasta, so you need that stored also. There's many different ways to do that. I'll go into that in just a sec. Then you need pasta sauce. And then, okay, how well balanced is that? You got pasta, which is carbs, pasta sauce, which is just carbs, and some other, minor little vitamins and stuff like that from the tomatoes. Not much to it. So, protein, right? Okay, so what are you going to use? You can get freeze-dried beef. You can get freeze-dried chicken if you want to make chicken spaghetti. I don't know. TVP if you're interested in that, going that direction, which is textured vegetable protein. It's that stuff that they crumble, they make to look like beef, kind of like ground beef. I've had different kinds of that. And some of it's okay, some of it's not bad. Don't eat it though thinking that it's going to taste like hamburger. It doesn't. But if you eat it for what it is, it's not bad. I don't like soy. I'm pretty much anti-soy. So, whatever. Whatever works for you though. So yeah, get some protein in there because you want to be well balanced. You're going to need protein because your muscles are going to be under high demand in an SHTF scenario. Carbs are going to be good though. That's energy. Carbs are energy. And fats. Fats are very important. So some olive oil maybe. Or whatever you want to cook the meat in before you add it to the sauce. You got canned meats. You can also do that. You don't have to do freeze-dried. That was just an example. You can do canned meats. So you're talking canned meat, pasta sauce, noodles, water, oil, maybe some spices. That's a pretty good meal, I think. Just figure out the quantities, how much you need to get, and then what you do is you get say 7 meals, for example, or maybe 3 meals a day start off. Just for example, you're just starting off. So 3 meals a day for 2 days, so 6 meals. You got a 6-meal idea to start off with. You got all the ingredients written down. Then what you do is you take that with you every time you go to the store and look at ad circulars, stuff like that. Keep an eye out for when things are on sale. When some item on your list pops up for sale, get it. Get whatever quantity you're initially trying to prepare for, whether it's a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, how much fits within your budget, your dietary requirements, all the stuff. Whatever fits your plans and your schedule and your ability to procure. And then start working towards that. Okay, like I said, I'd hit back on water. Water's really easy. I mean, I've talked to many times, empty soda bottles, empty juice bottles, stuff like that. Just rinse them out, or not just rinse them out, sanitize them really well. And then, fill them all the way up till you get that positive bubble on the top, and then put the cap on really tight. Or you can even use some cellophane over the top with a rubber band to hold it on, and then put the lid over that. Whatever you choose to do. Clean the bottle well, and fill it, and then set it off to the side. So then what you could do is you could get little totes, you could get boxes, you can get buckets, whatever works for you, and that container, and what size container you're using depends on how many people you're feeding, because the quantity of food, obviously. So think about that. So what I would do is just, once you get all the food for like a day gathered up, see how much space it takes, then get the appropriate container for that, and then put it all in the container, and that's a day's worth of food. All you gotta do if SHTF happens or you have a need to use it for a day, you just open up that container, whatever it may be, and that's your food for the day. Good to go. It's a really good plan. And you could even, what I would do is probably maybe average out the Best By dates and then label the buckets. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Label them numbers, alphanumeric, something. You can even put Best By dates on there, or however you can. So basically you can rotate through them before they go bad. Or if you're not really worried about that, if you're in a situation where you've got lots of food storage and you just want to let it be. And in an event where you open up something and it's bad, and you just be like, oh well, I'll just throw it away, I got plenty of stuff. You might want to do that. I mean, you might be able to do that. Canned goods last way, way longer than they say they do in most situations. They can go bad, yes. There could just could be the random bad luck. It could be a dented can that's compromised. It could be dented on the seal, it's compromised. Whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. But this is a really good way to prep. I'm sure lots of other people have talked about this. It's not a novel idea to you guys probably. It's just new to me. Like I said, I haven't heard everything. I don't know everything. I don't do everything. I do the best I can with what I got where I'm at. But so I think it's an awesome idea. Am I going to do it? I don't know. I'm so far along my preps that I don't think I'm necessarily going to use this concept, but we may try it for a little bit. It's a good way to at least get some stuff written out and maybe add some variety to my meal plans. Maybe my wife and I can come up with some different meals via this method that we hadn't thought about. I don't know. I just think it was kind of cool. I think it's a good idea to throw out there and to think about, and a good way to prep. So if it's new to you, I'm sure this helps. If it's old news to you, well, I'm sorry. I'm behind the curve maybe. You know, I don't have that much time to sit here and watch every single prepper video under the sun. So if I'm repeating things also that people say in videos, I really don't watch that much YouTube and watch that many preparedness channels. There's a couple channels that I pretty much watch almost every video they put out. And if you've been on this channel for a while, I'm sure you're aware of what those channels are. And I try to every once in a while watch a different channel covering a different topic and stuff like that, because I like to watch them so that not necessarily doing a video on that topic, but that sometimes triggers something in my mind and gets my creative juices flowing, so that I can come up with and be like, oh shoot, awesome idea, I can do a video on that. Like I said, not necessarily on the topic they're talking about. Sometimes it's a different topic. Sometimes it is a topic they're talking about. I just have a way different way of looking at it, or I think I have a better way of looking at it, or a helpful way, another way that might put more tools in your toolbox. Like I always talk about empowerment. I'm trying to empower you guys to be better preppers, to thrive, not just survive in an SHTF scenario. These are, you know, tough times. You guys all know what's going on. This is the time we need to be doing stuff. We need to be preparing. So keep your eyes out. This is a good plan. I think it's a great idea. So maybe you can think about this. Sit down with your spouse, whoever it is, your family, or just yourself, and brainstorm meal ideas. Think about ideas that are shelf that will last a long time on the shelf. Shelf stable is what I'm getting at. And think about, before you start writing it down and stuff like that, think about all the ingredients you need for that meal, and make sure that you can get all the ingredients via shelf-stable methods, whether it's dehydrated, freeze-dried, dried, canned, anything like that, those kind of things. So, and then just write it out, think it out. Planning is big in preparedness. You could randomly prep. You could be like a casual prepper and just kind of pick up things here and there as they're on sale, and then just kind of think you're going to figure out your meals when it happens. And you might be a really good cook and very imaginative. That's the way I cook. I pretty much just look in the fridge and think, oh, what is there? And I look in the pantry, I look in the fridge, and I come up with a meal. Bam! And I'm lucky enough to be pretty good at that. Some of you need a little more planning and stuff like that. If you're not a natural cook at heart, you know, the planning may be helpful. I find that planning most things is very, very beneficial. But, you know, maybe you just want to wing it. This is just an idea. This is just a thought that might help you. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it's perfect for you. But it's an idea. So, just think about it. And I love you guys. And blessings to you and yours.